Hey guys, Matt Fraser from Barambah Lures, and I've got a massive update this week. There's just been so much going on. It's all been about the cod. There's been so many big cod caught lately all over the place. A lot of it in the impoundments, a lot of big quality cod on swim baits and on surface, and I'll take you through that shortly. I've also got to talk about the July Bidgewong promo that's happening, and I've got to do the draw for the Hectic Yabby, which was supposed to be done at the end of June. So we'll get through all of that, and at the end I'll go into a bit more detail on some of the cod tackle and techniques a little bit more. But basically 2 weekends ago, I took the kids down to Glenlyon because heard that the fishing's been going really well down there. It's a dam about an hour west of Stanthorpe, about 13% at the moment, and it's fishing really well for cod on surface and on swim baits. So I gave that a run. First morning we didn't come up with anything at all, but we ran into another guy out there, Peter Kosh, who just happened to hook up on a green lazy mullet right next to us. So he went over and filmed that. So just this is the footage of this fish. What is he? 99. Well done. Which lure did you? Which one? What'd you get him on?
The wide mullet.
Oh right, eh?
I got a metre 3 on it yesterday.
Awesome.
Petty, you did you make a bone to bring colour?
Oh no, we've got a natural one. Wow. Bloody, he's taking it deep.
He swallowed that. I hit that tree and it bounced off, and I thought I've got a snag. Next minute, boof.
Good stuff. Pick him up. I've got the GoPro running. As you can see, he scoffed it. He ate it right down the hatch, that fish. So good to see. So that was a 99 centimetre fish, and the morning before Peter got on the exact same lure, 1.3 meters. So that gave me a little bit of confidence. So we fished the mullets a little bit, and then the next morning we went out, myself and my son Nick, and like fairly early in the morning, I think it was only like the second cast or something, Nick hooked one on the Bidgewong 200, and it went 81 centimetres. Check this out. Yes! How good is that? Woohoo, Nico! Well done, buddy. Look at him. Second cast. How good. Bidgewong 200. Just going to grab the pliers. We were a fair way out too. We weren't on the edge or anything. Well done, mate. Next, got a good card. Try and get your hand too wet. Rightio, bud, give us a smile here. Well done, man. Awesome. How good's that? 81. Congrats.
First cod of the trip.
First cod. That was a nice PB. And then about an hour later, I've been fishing the bony shads pretty hard. I've got I really do like this swim bait, this lure. I've been fishing it for barra a few times now, and just love the action on the drop and on the retrieve, super slow retrieve. So I was actually fishing it on spin gear, 7-foot spin gear, and most of the guys are fishing swim baits out there, fishing them fairly shallow. I was actually dropping it down into 9 meters of water and slow rolling it back off the bottom, 2 to 3 meters up, got crunched, and we got the camera rolling on it, and it was a big fish, but this is all we got. We've got a good fish on the bony shad. Man. So I dropped him down into about 8 or 9 meters there, Nick. And I was just rolling it back up. He nailed it. It's
a good one.
It's a bloody good one, huh, Nick? Oh my God. Oh no, he's not that big. I thought he was huge. Get the head in, Nick. He's not done yet. And then the battery died on us. So battery died, phone camera died, but luckily there's another boat nearby, a bunch of Kingaroy boys. So went over, and just happened that Matt Sow was on board there, and he had a really good camera and he got these photos. So went 1.16 on the mat. Doesn't look that big. I couldn't hold it out when it was that heavy. It just doesn't look that big, but I'm 6'2". Just to give you an idea, it is yeah, it was a good fish. The first time I've ever in a fight on a cod that I was worried about being busted up. So it actually went pretty hard from down in the deep. To get those photos from Matt was awesome. Matt went on to get a 1.10 metre the next night as his first cod ever. So how's that for starting your account? So the next morning went back out again and I smacked another 86 on the bony shad again. This time the bonies were flicking all around us and hooked it on the drop just under the surface. He bit it on the drop. He bit it on the drop. I don't know what he's doing. Flicking it out there, his bony's flicking everywhere. Oh. Oh, what's that? Is it a stick? Okay, that's it. Got him. Yes. He ate that on the drop, mate. Okay. There it is. Down the hatch with the bony shad. Do you want to get a photo of that for me, Nick? Okay, I've got it out. Yellow filmy. I've got it finally.
Lovely.
Alright, get it out of my finger.
Lovely. Nice.
On the bony shad. Look at that for a beautiful fish. Oh, look at those colours. 86 centimetre on the bony shad. Okay, buddy. You're good to go. There we go. So, since being out there and catching those fish, all of a sudden a lot of other people started fishing the bony shads as well. And Jason Ehrlich got this cracker later on in the week, during the week. He actually fished most of the morning and they hadn't had a touch, and then it was later on in the day. It was like he actually called me just after he caught it, and it was like 10:30 or nearly 11 o'clock. So it was late in the day, and he just saw the fish on the side scan and started targeting it with the bony shad and ended up getting a bite, and it is an absolute monster. It's still only 1.16 metre, but just the size of it was just huge. It looks like 1.25 or 30 metre. It's a giant. So, and then there's been more and more captures coming in. I've got also on surface. So another guy, Aaron Kemp from Mossops down at Cleveland, he went out there. He got a 95 on the bony shad, and his mate got one as well. And then he went back again this week, and he got a new PB, a 108 on the Bidgewong 200 in the green again, and took it head first. So just absolutely scoffed it. So they're still biting out there really well. So the swim baits have been going great, and surface has been going well as well. So the Bidgewong 200s have been going well, and then also the budgie. So Dion Robinson's dad just today, this morning, sent me a message, 88 centimetre on the baby galah. So there's photos of that one there. So budgie's going well as well. But so another one, which is pretty cool. Daniel Barton sent me a photo. Went and bought a Bidgewong 200 at Glenlyon Caravan Park, and told me it swims pretty cool. And next morning sends me this photo of the young fella Reese Barton getting his first cod on the Bidgewong 200. So how cool is that? So that is, the Bidgewong promo. I'll just run through that for those who don't know. So we've got this set of camphor Bidgewong. So that's the three sizes in Bidgewong. So they're the production models there. The baby Bidgewong, the Bidgewong 200 and the Bidgewong 285s. And this is a camphor set. So at the moment in July, through July, you buy one of these lures. The little guy will get you 1 entry in the draw. The 200 will get you 2 entries, and the big fella will get you 3 entries in the draw. So I'll chuck the graphic up on that, up on the screen, and this is the prize, which is, it's valued at probably $500 or $600. Comes on that camphor board with a badge and everything. Handmade timber. They come up pretty nice. So we've got about just under 2 weeks left of the Bidjiwong promo, and another promo I did back in June was for the Hectic Yabby. So I'm going to do the draw for that one right now. So yeah, Dale Sinclair had been smacking the bass out at Wivenhoe on the Hectic Yabby, so I run a little bit of a promo, and so all you had to do was yeah, write in your name and tell us what was your favourite colour Hectic Yabby. So I've got a bunch of entries in the draw here. Our Skittles container again, and I'm going to draw one out right now, and it's Matt Martin, and the colour he wrote was the green. So congratulations, Matt. I'll send you a message and I'll send you out a green Hectic Yabby. So that's that done. Oh, so since going out to Glenlyon, Deb and Brian out there, yeah, have been going nuts. I've done 3 or 4 orders of lures that I've sent out to them, stocking them up. But I've also restocked Charlton's at Redbank, the Tackle Warehouse, Bait Tackle Store at Underwood, Mossops at Cleveland, Sporties at the Gold Coast, Warwick Tackle and Tusks, Fish and Bits in Toowoomba, Tamworth Tackle, Complete Angle Bathurst, Ocean Storm, and Reflections at Barambah. I got an order going out next week. So yeah, it has been sensational. Just off the back of that one trip to Glenlyon and catching those fish and having the confidence in that lure now. It's also so many more people have got the confidence in it, and so many more fish have been caught on the bony shad, the lazy mullet, the Bidjiwong 200, and the baby and the glass, the manic budgie in a range of colours. So I'm going to take you through now. So if you want to hang around, I'll take you through what we've been using, what's been working out there. It's cold, right? Any of these places are cold, so you're going to need hoodies, beanies, gloves, 2 to 3 layers or more just to keep warm. You've got to be out on the water pretty much before dark. So dawn sessions have been fishing better than afternoon and nighttime sessions. And yeah, areas to look for are rocky banks or around timber and trees and creek bed drop-offs and all over the place. Yeah. So, but one thing that is, there is a bite period when the bonies are up flicking. It happens for barra as well, but it's also in the cod dams. When you got bonies flicking around, every time we caught fish, we pretty much had bonies flicking around, except for when I was fishing the deeper water and got the big one. I'll tell you about that. But so you've got to be out there early. You've got to be out there before dark. It's good if you can go and map it or have a GPS track to get there, so you know where you're going and it's not too dangerous, and you could take it easy out there in the dark. There's also a lot of fog as well, so you can just see from some of these pictures we're just fishing through timbered areas, but there's also a drop off there that you can't see. That's why you've got to use your sounder as well. So basically we're just fishing. The thing with the Bidjiwong 200s and the swim baits, you don't need big swim bait rods. We're just fishing 6 foot, 6 to 10 bait casters, 30-pound braid, and I'm only running 35-pound Schneider leader with a loop knot. So the Bidjiwongs, when they come in the packet, and same with the galahs, they come with both a weight bait and a paddler bib. So they come with the weight bait in them, so you can just, with the screwdriver that comes, you just change that bib out, and the paddler seems to be getting a little bit more action. So that's the paddler bib. When you use the paddler bib, tie it off to the nose and use a loop knot for the best action, just to give it a nice free action. Yeah, so then both the Bidjiwong and budgies are working better with that paddler bib. So you pretty much just cast them out and retrieve them back in, and sort of mix it up between, don't just keep flogging the same lure for ages. It's best to have a couple of outfits set up. I normally have 2 or 3, so we've got 1 or 2 surface and then 1 or 2 swim baits and change it around. So just show the lazy mullet's been getting the action with swim baiting, particularly like it's good for that sort of 1 to 3 meter range. So you can change the weights. You don't need chin weights on these. You just, in the packet comes with the weights and the screwdriver, and you can just change it out. So with these guys, I'm just fishing with 1 weight in the head, which is how it comes straight in the packet. Good thing about these, you don't have to change them out from it. You don't have to change split rings, hooks, anything, just straight on the packet. Tie it on with a loop knot again. 35 to 50 pound leader. And this one will swim at that 1 to 3 foot mark, which is what a lot of the other lures that you're fishing your gantrels or whatever else. It's the same sort of thing. You're only fishing them, you can fish them from just below the surface with no weight in it if you want, or you can fish it with 1 or 2 weights, fish it a little bit deeper. But I find with 1 weight, and you're fishing at 1 to 2 meters of water, because up early in the morning, the fish are up early looking around now. And the other one, which is my favorite, is the bony shad. This one has a really good action on the drop. It comes with 2 weights in the front cavity, straight out of the packet. Again, you don't have to change anything. Just tie it on with a loop knot and you're good to go. Sink it down, and you can let it fall all the way to the bottom, or you can just let it go a couple of meters and then just start a super slow retrieve. Like the key with these is a super slow retrieve with them still working. I know I've got confidence in these that even at a super slow retrieve, they'll still be just paddling along really nicely, and that's where they get the bites. And when I got the big one, I was fishing in 9 meters of water, letting it go all the way to the bottom on a drop off on a creek bed. So it went from a 2 meter flat, steep drop off down into 9 meters. I was fishing it, dropping it right down to 9 and rolling it back up, and it got eaten 2 to 3 meters off the bottom. And that's the actual lure that caught the 116 and the 86 centimeters cod the next morning. Still rigged up the same. A little bit of scuffing on the leader there, because the second one, the 86, took it right down the gob. The 115 just got the rear hook in it. So, and you can fish these right through till later. That's the thing. Like, the fish are up in the shallows. It's surface and shallow swim baits up until that sun gets up and then the fog clears. But you can also fish the bonies at the same time. But this one, you can fish it longer and later, like Jason did, through till 10:30, 11 o'clock during the day. So because you can fish this one deeper, you can fish it right down. And that's something that none of the other swim baits really do. And the other thing is, fish it on standard gear. You don't have to have massive swim bait rods to cast them. They cast really well. Again, 20 to 30 pound braid, 35 to 50 pound leaders, and I'm fishing that on spin. I like fishing that on spin because it can drop more freely. And the one I got, the 86 I got the second morning, I got it bit it on the drop. So under bonies flicking around in 9 meters of water, and to drop down 2 or 3 meters, got eaten, and just set the hook and got him in. So they're, bony brim are the main food source in most of the big cod dams, and that's the perfect presentation. The colours don't seem to matter. There's gold, the silver. Jason got his on the blue back. Aaron got his on the pink, and Peter Kosh got his on the mullet on the green. So you don't have to worry too much about colours. So that's it. Have a big net, have gloves. Don't try and lip grip the things because you'll get your hands ripped to shreds. And you just got to get out there and give it a go. Hope that helps out a little bit. If you've got any questions, shoot them through. And I'm not a guru or expert on this by any means, but that's just what I've found on them so far. And you don't need to be throwing $80 plus swim baits. These are a $40 retail lure that you don't have to change hooks on. Just tie them on and fish them, and they'll catch. And I'm stoked to have those lures that can do that. So it's pretty exciting to be able to supply the retailers with the quality production lures. Like the timber stuff, it's fun. I haven't done any work, sorry to the guys who chase the collectibles. I haven't done anything on those. I've just been too busy on the other stuff. But you can do this stuff, but no one fishes it. It ends up in a cabinet because it costs too much. So it's good to be able to look after both ends of the market. But it's pretty exciting when you can go out and catch quality fish, and shops can sell you gear, and people can buy it from anywhere around Australia and go out and catch good cod on it without breaking the bank. So that's pretty exciting. So it's all been happening. So thanks for all the support. Get onto the Bidgewongs. They work, they catch fish, and you got a chance of winning that pretty cool camphor set that runs till the end of July. Then we'll do the draw on that. And yeah, that's me talking enough. So catch you later. Have a good weekend. Cheers.